This is a bit of a follow-up to that post regarding the lady refusing the blood transfusion, and this is a bit of a follow-up explanation to my friend who questions my stance and perceives it as unfeeling and uncaring, because I advocate first and foremost for the honoring of the soul before imposing the will on the body. I am not at all an unfeeling, uncaring, nonchalant person. I will do everything to try and assist a person holistically. That means I'm not just going to try and convince them to save their body, but I also have to support the soul so that the soul can come into agreement with what I desire for the body. So it's a little more complex than taking the black and white angle, which is painted because of our fearful ego. And the ego was projected in my friend's rebuttal, as he was saying that if anyone in his family would choose this foolish ideology of refusing blood transfusions and end up choosing to die, he would do all in his power to talk or force that person out of their foolish thinking. And that reflects the energy of ego. Ego is the one that seeks to take control and manhandle the soul, because it needs to ensure the safety of its will. And the reason that was cited was if a young mother were to refuse the blood transfusion, and children are going to be left behind without a mother and then left for others to care for. All these are legitimate needs and legitimate fears, but again, we're down to the level of ego now, and back to the 3D, back to using force. And that's what this world is reflecting. The world, the injustices in this world is reflecting the force that the ego applies, and it creates a vortex of conflicting situations and hurtful energies. That's why humanity can't lift itself out of this lower state of insisting and doing things by force, because ego must ensure it gets its way. I am not an unfeeling, uncaring person, and most of you that know me more personally know this. I try to help, but my help and support will never violate the soul autonomy of another person. First and foremost, I will always support the autonomy of another person's soul. I even support those who wish and contemplate suicide. Yes, it's a frightful thing for ego. Many things go through the subconscious mind when we hear the word suicide. But we never consider the need of the other person. We have no idea of the overwhelm that they might feel. And so, yes, I have taken the controversial stance of even supporting a person who wishes to suicide. I'm supporting them not by saying, yeah, go ahead, jump off the bridge. No. I support them by being empathetic to their suffering. I support them by reminding them that they are a sovereign soul, and ultimately, I support whatever choice they make. I do not try to manhandle the soul. I do not try to manipulate their soul into what I want for their life. I don't know what that soul is going through. All I want them to know is in whatever choice they make, they have my support. They have my assistance and my respect. And that is love on a whole nother level than trying to express care through ego, which is just really a fearful expression that turns into manipulation and violation of another person's will and sovereign identity. Yes, we are riddled by many fears, subconscious fears. It's like a domino effect. If this young mother passes, then the children are left without a mother. It creates a whole slew of problems, which our ego wants to avoid. And sometimes is good. But ego does not take into consideration the things I just mentioned. Ego does not respect soul autonomy. Ego does not respect the will of another person. And that is what makes that an inappropriate move. Anyways, I don't know if I'm making sense. I'm kind of rambling. But I just wanted to set the record straight that I am not an unfeeling, emotionless, uncaring person by allowing another soul their choice and will, even though it may not be what I would want. But the issues of life are complex, and I'm just trying to understand it from as many angles as I possibly can, to not be violating universal law of soul sovereignty.